I'm gonna tell you exactly why there was free bread at restaurants. See, the moment you eat this bread, it turns to sugar in your bloodstream so quick. That causes your blood sugar to spike, causes your blood sugar to crash. After that meal, you're ordering dessert, you're eating more, and I'll give you the secret. If you add in the fibers before eating the bread, you add in what prevents it from spiking, keep your blood sugar under control, insulin under control, now you can enjoy the bread.
Before we break this video down, I will make you aware I do have a conflict of interest, as one of my jobs is as a server, so technically I am being funded by the restaurant business. This individual is probably the most popular promoter of what's referred to as the Feel Great system. This is an extremely expensive fiber supplement, and the individuals who promote it will tell you that as long as you consume this fiber, you can consume whatever you would like. And they provide a lot of misinformation about blood glucose and insulin. When it comes to carbohydrates, the more rapidly a carbohydrate increases your blood glucose, the higher it is on the glycemic index. It is true that bread is quite high on the glycemic index, meaning it increases your blood glucose quite rapidly after eating it. And it's proposed in this video that high glycemic carbohydrates make you feel more hungry after eating them, but because fiber reduces the speed at which carbohydrates hit your bloodstream, it will prevent any post-meal hunger. Therefore, you can still consume whatever you would like. First off, when comparing high glycemic versus low glycemic carbohydrates, there's no difference on subjective hunger or short-term energy intake, and there's no difference in subjective ratings of hunger, fullness, or energy intake at the subsequent meals. And this is tested in overweight and obese women, the population we would assume would be the most sensitive to glycemic fluctuations. So let's talk about bread specifically. This study compared 3 different breads. The top line is normal bread, and the bottom 2 lines are bread infused with fiber, which would have the exact same effect as this Feel Great supplement. As you would expect, the top line increases blood glucose higher, and it takes less time for them to come back down to normal. The first thing to note is that blood glucose never dips below baseline, therefore your blood glucose won't crash after eating bread. Additionally, after only consuming bread, it takes 2 hours for your blood glucose to come back down to baseline. Therefore, if you went to a restaurant and you only consume the bread, 2 hours later you might begin to get a little bit snackish. But if you consumed any other food, specifically foods containing fat and protein, it would probably take between 3 and 6 hours for your blood glucose to come back down to baseline, depending on how long it takes you to finish your entree. The reason why restaurants provide you with bread is because some people enter a restaurant a little bit hangry. And if they let you just sit at the table with nothing to do and nothing to eat, this may get a little bit worse. Additionally, if you fill up on bread, it feels like the main course is a little bit more substantial, making the price of the food feel a little bit more worth it. This isn't me advocating for the consumption of bread, because bread has no micronutrients and there are many other more high quality carbohydrate sources. But I absolutely disagree with the fact that you can't consume any carbohydrates unless you consume an extremely expensive fiber supplement beforehand. And certainly don't be mad at a restaurant for giving you bread, because they're not trying to trick you, they're simply trying to give you a better experience. And if you want an individualized approach to your nutrition to optimize your health, energy, and physique, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.